Right, I thought I'd just make a little video and show you this. So this is my digital library or whatever, where I basically keep all the details of the films that I own. And you can do various cool stuff with this. One of the reasons I have this is just, well, the main reason is so I know what I own. Because when you get up to quite a few, you kind of can't, if you're me, you can't quite remember what you do and don't own. Yeah. So this is a useful thing to be able to just look at. Obviously I can search quickly for things. Also, when I'm out and about, if I'm in a shop and I just saw something, I'll be like, ooh, I'd like to own that. Do I already own it though? I can't quite remember. I can pull this up on my phone, have a quick look, see if I have it or not, and which format I have it on. And that will help me decide whether I want to buy it or not. So, started doing this a while ago. I've got, it says at the top here, look, 620 movies. It's not strictly true because I actually also log my sort of series and stuff in here, TV series. So often some of these are like a whole box set in one, and some of the movies are multiple discs too. So you know, there's Ace Ventura 1 and 2. It's a double pack. It's obviously 2 discs, but I'm counting it as 1 on here. So that number, 620 movies, is really a guide. It's not at all accurate. Anyway, let's start waffling and getting on with this. So first of all, if column A is the title of the movie, column B, I'm just putting the year in. I'm generally just scraping that from sort of imdb.com or something. And then column C to H is whether I own, first of all, this movie on Blu-ray or not, how much it costs me to buy, because I thought I'd keep a little log of that, since I'm picking them up cheap, and some of them do become more expensive over time. Then the second one's whether I own it on 4K disc, and how much that cost. You might notice there's plenty of gaps here. So A Star Is Born, I know I bought that on 4K. I know I paid, I think it was about £6 actually, second hand, maybe 5 or 6. It was quite a good deal. I didn't put that in. I don't know why. So it's not complete, but the titles are complete. And then obviously column G is DVD and how much that cost as well. So at the moment we're looking at, I've got this ordered by alphabetical order of column A, the title, so I can easily find if I buy something that begins with B, I can kind of go down to the B's. I can just kind of like insert a row and stick the details in. I'll just undo that because I'm not actually adding anything at the moment. And this also allows me to do some cool things, like I can look at all of the ones that are kind of Blu-rays, for example, or just 4K. So if I go to, I don't know, let's go to C and do this, A to Z, it should bunch, all the Blu-rays together, look. And you can see I'm picking up some cheap discs here, some good discs. Some of them, like here, look, 28 days later, I actually paid over £20 for that because it's hard to get that cheap, and I wanted it, so I ended up forking out. Also, what was it, like Spinal Tap recently? That wasn't cheap, but I bought it because I wanted it, needed it. Where is that? Oh, this is Spinal Tap, isn't it? Like I said, I can do a search. Spinal. It's down there. Just highlighted it. This is Spinal Tap, and it cost me $19.99. But worth every penny, I think. Cracking film. So I've got the year. I've got whether I own it on the different formats, and some of them, like Troll Hunter here. Look, you can see I bought it for £2 on Blu-ray. I already had it on DVD for £1, but I thought it was worth the upgrade. Moving across, I've got a few more columns. So columns, I to, it's gone again. Come back. Columns I to K, or whether I own a digital copy of these. So I did buy quite a few in years past, and I'm actually putting 4K because I did buy these, for example, to own as long as I can get them from Amazon Prime on 4K, or UHD as it was called. So that was Spinal Tap, in fact, again. But when I play it, I'm not sure I'm getting a very good stream quality, to be honest. One of the reasons why I prefer physical discs. But anyway, they're there, and they're quite useful if I want to take any screenshots. It's easier to screenshot or screen grab from, say, an Amazon Prime browser window that I'm running it in. I have bought some on YouTube, not that many, but a few, and I did actually buy some on Google Play years ago, and don't know if you remember, but Google Play actually were bought out by YouTube, or rather, I'm not quite sure how to describe that, but anyway, anything you had on Google Play in their movies moved over to your YouTube. You could migrate them over for free if you'd purchased them previously. And finally, Rakuten, if that's how you pronounce it. I've hardly got any movies on there. The odd one here and there. And then the last column is column L, is the IMDb score. So I've been putting those in. Again, there's some gaps. Just kind of, I don't know why. There's just gaps. But it's quite interesting to have that score because I tend to not really invest too much time watching films that are below 6 normally, because they're often a little bit poor. It's just a guide. It's not a strict rule. Well, it's 4.2. What's this? 50 Shades of Grey. I own that. I've never watched that. I bought that in a shop. You can see over here, look, I paid 33p for the Blu-ray. I mean, people might say I was robbed, but I feel like that was, a bargain for a disc on Blu-ray, 33p in the sale. So yeah, but what's cool about this column L, again, is what I can do is I can order that by, let's sort it A to Z. So we'll have the poorest films at the top. Look, 2.8, what can that possibly be? Scrolls across, it's Cats, the recent remake with James Corden. I didn't think it was 2.9 worthy. It wasn't brilliant, but the songs were kind of nice and choreography was good. So 2.8 is harsh. But anyway, that is the worst film I own according to this, according to IMDb. And then Sharknado comes in second place, 3.3. I did watch it. I got halfway through, me and my daughter. We just could not watch anymore. It was the direction, the continuity, the dialogue. It was all very, very poor. And I wanted to like that film because I'd heard about its cult status. Anyway, yeah, Vikingdom, I've not watched that yet. Oh, let's look at that. Sharknado 2 is occupying the 4th slot. Seriously, bad movies. Right, I'm going to go at the other end and see what's at the top. What have we got? I'm quite interested, actually, because I don't really look at this very often. In terms of ones I've logged, anyway, I've not logged them all. What have we got? For some reason, I've got 2005 in there. There's a bit of an error. That's Afterlife. I've put the year in there, not the score. So I've got 2009 for the year. Is it 2009? I'm going to take that out. Anyway, back to getting back on track. 9.2 seems to be the highest scored movie I own. And that is, wait for it, John Mayer, Where the Light Is, of all things. It is a good concert, a live concert. Closely followed by these two 9s. What are these? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Dark Knight. Is Return of the King the best Lord of the Rings film? Debatable. It's a good one. They're all good. But is it better than the other two? I'm not sure. I like them all. So yeah, that's it. Just a little whistle-stop tour, really, of this. I think I can improve this if I buy something. So supposing I bought Abyss on 4K, I believe that's available. I could always come along here and drop this down and say, yeah, I own it on 4K. Kind of colour coded them as well, a bit like the case colour, so black for 4K, blue for Blu-ray, and then I just went orange for DVD. I don't know why, just to set it apart. But if I did buy Abyss and I got it for a bargain price of like $12.99, for example, which I don't think I ever would, I can just put that in and it does that. I'll delete those because I obviously don't own them yet. But yeah, this is how I do it. I wonder what people think, whether they've got better systems, whether they use a database maybe, or something else, or just a better spreadsheet than mine. Or maybe they don't keep anything at all and they don't care. But I feel like if you get over a certain volume in your collection, you kind of do need something like this. Especially if you're like me, you're out and about maybe shopping and you can't quite remember what you already own because you've got so many. So it's useful. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.